Okay, let's do this! Hello world! I used to really want to be a YouTuber. And I used to know everything, the ins and outs. Now I'm like, I go to record and I'm like, what the f do I say? I'm sorry, I will try to make this a serious video, but I just can't help taking the mick out of myself and making sarcastic comments because that's in my nature. So if you like that about me, please subscribe to me and follow my journey because I need followers and subscribers. This is gonna be fun to edit. My nail ripped off and it's like, yeah, this one did, oh, this one, the middle one, that came off last night, I think.
Nice.
And then this one has just come off now. Ow! They get caught and then they get ripped off. And it really hurts, as you can see. Ow! I planned this out. I typed out everything that I'm planning to say because it's a lot and I didn't want to miss anything for you guys. If you're new here, hello, welcome to the wonderful world of my channel where I've not really made that many videos, but I'm planning to. I'm planning to release once every Sunday, so this will be uploaded today actually. Psych! Preparation. If you're new here, hello, my name is Serena. I'm 21 years old and I'm from Leicester in really boring old England. Okay, so I'm manifesting this and I'm using this video as documentation of proof. I am moving to California or New York, one of them. I asked a question on my Instagram story the other day. It was like basically 4 answers about where my followers think I want to live, and I think I put London, Melbourne, New York, and California, aka LA. Most people put New York, thinking that I want to live in New York, and I've never really thought about it before because I've been like, oh my god, LA, California, yay. But New York, now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I can kind of see that. If you're here from Instagram, you will see that I'm quite cool, like calm and collected on my Instagram in my photos, and then you make it to my TikTok and my YouTube, and this is the real me. Is that a Hannah Montana song or Camp Rock? But yeah, this is my more giddy, bubbly, happy, positive side, which is quite a big part of me, which is actually how I am more on a daily basis. So I hope this comes across in my YouTube videos. But anyway, on to today's topic, which is kind of a more serious one. And if you've come over from my Instagram, you will know kind of what it is about, as I've done a couple of posts now, which is collaborating with Lounge Underwear and Boot Avenue. And on those posts, I have talked a bit about my body image journey and how I used to struggle badly with it. If you've seen my latest Boot Avenue collaboration post, you may now have like a better understanding about like why my mindset is the way it is now, like today, with how positive and strong it is, because I had to learn the hard way, personally with my own body journey, but that's made me who I am today. It feels good that I can talk about this on camera, because I know the first post on Instagram that I ever did talking about my body image journey was quite helpful to some people. I got some really nice messages saying how it helped them and like they thanked me for like speaking out on this stuff. I am just happy that I am at a place now where I can comfortably talk about it. I'm not ashamed in any way, I'm proud. So I'm going to be talking about my journey that started when I was 14 years old, all about my body image. It was a long process, but it was a long time ago for me now. I'm 21 now, so that was, what, 7 years ago? Yes. Please remember when watching this, or if you see anyone else's posts where they're talking openly about their mental health and their struggles and their journeys, please remember everybody's journey is different. Just because you may think someone or something is perfect doesn't mean it is in their eyes. Everyone struggles in their own way. Everyone is different with how they cope with it and how they move on with it. Which is the reason why I am speaking about this, because with my Instagram, I'm very open about showing my body now because I'm very proud of it. And to some people's eyes, not trying to blow my own horn, but with the compliments I've received, some people will think she's got a nice figure, how the hell is she speaking about this? Just because I'm happy with my figure now and just because I know I have a nice figure now does not mean that I was happy in the slightest when I was 14. So what matters is the value that I'm adding now to help anyone who's listening show how I overcame it all. And in this video I will discuss right from the very start of it all to what I went through, to how I coped with it and what I did to get myself out of that dark mental place, and how I got myself to where I am with my mindset now. Because a lot of people know me and follow me for my like positivity, my like motivation. This is why I'm talking about this topic today, because I believe I have some value to add to it, and I already know I do because of the comments I've received about my words helping them in the past. So I hope you enjoy this video. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying already, if you don't think I have the right to speak on this topic, move on. I don't need you. see ya. Because I know that this video will probably help at least one person, and that is all that matters to me, because it literally changed my whole life, attitude, outlook on life, my mindset, and it's made me into such a strong person, everything I've learnt, so I'm just trying to share that with you guys. First of all, if you don't know anything about manifestation or the law of attraction, pause this video, search in on YouTube manifestation, law of attraction, and research a bit about the topic first before continuing to watch this video. If you don't know anything about manifestation or the law of attraction, what I will say later on in the video about how I got out of the dark place I was in, you won't understand or you won't agree with it. So first, please research a bit into about manifestation, law of attraction, and then come back to this video to have a better understanding of what I'm about to say. Or if you don't agree with manifestation or the law of attraction, please just close this video. This video is not for you. Obviously it's different for everyone. Everyone's success, everyone's issues and struggles, it is all different, remember. So this is personally my journey and how manifestation and the law of attraction helped me in my journey. So if you don't agree with it, that's fine. Close this video. And if you need help or advice with how to get over your own journey, then please just find a different video that maybe doesn't talk about this. But this is what I'm going to talk about in my video, as it's what helped me personally. Okay, so for a bit of a backstory. So I was in like year 10 or year 11 at school, and I was going to dance classes outside of school probably like 4 times a week. Now when I was growing up, I had a very slim figure. I was kind of like a bit of a stick. I was just like, beep. I was very slim, and all the other dancers around me in my dance school were slim as well. I had really nice figures. And when I was 14, obviously as I was going through puberty, my body was changing, which is a completely normal thing. Please do not be worried or scared about your body changing if it's not something that you've been used to it looking like in the past. But for me, I felt like my body changed like drastically. I was suddenly like thin, and then suddenly I was like, oh my god, like chunky, like chubby, like putting on weight. I was like getting hips. Obviously at the time, like I didn't realize how normal it was to be getting hips and like growing boobies and stuff. All I noticed about myself, I was like, oh my god, my body's changing rapidly. I'm like putting on loads of weight. I'm like getting really like chunky and like chubby, and I was like, to me it was just not something that I was used to. So I was like, oh my god, this is a bad thing. What is happening? But all these other girls around me, especially at my dance school, were staying slim. I was like, oh my god, why is it only me like changing and putting on weight? Obviously that was a big thing for me, because obviously my dance school and the girls in it, very important to me, and I was around them for the majority of the week. So it was obviously something that was going to be on my mind like a lot of the time. So as time went on, I was obviously starting to be more focused on my body and how it was changing in my head, what I thought was for the worst. It was around the time when like all my friends and like everyone I knew had private Twitter accounts, but it was what like people on TikTok now call pain accounts. It was like a private but depressing account where there was sad tweets everywhere, tweets that I liked, tweets that I retweeted, all sad, like very depressing thoughts. But it's so weird. But I felt like at the time, because like everyone I knew was doing it, and like if you were on your friend's secret pain accounts, it was like, it sounds weird and horrible, but it was like the thing to do. I have these private accounts where you just like reflect on your sad thoughts and like retweet sad tweets and stuff. It was really like, it was really weird and sad looking back at it now. Whatever my thoughts and feelings were, I would just tweet them. Kind of like journaling or like writing lyrics like now, but like me personally, I was never suicidal, so there were no like self-harm or suicidal tweets on there, but I saw a lot of people who were putting stuff on there, and obviously that sadness that I was seeing on my tweets influenced my own sadness like even more. So as time went on, as I started to be more focused about like the other girls around me and comparing myself to them and writing these sad thoughts about me comparing myself to them, and about like, why is my body the way it is, why do I feel so fat, all that, like all this kind of stuff, like just negative and degrading stuff to my own body. I also got this app. I won't name the app because obviously I don't want to degrade the app, I just used it for the wrong reason. I was literally tracking every single thing I ate, even if it was a glass of water or literally an orange slice, I would track it in my calorie counting, and I'd be watching what I was eating, but I would be never doing it for nutritional benefits. All in my head I was thinking, oh my god, I have to eat healthy, I have to eat healthy food, which meant like no junk food, no crap, no chocolate or anything. I would just be like, okay, I can eat an orange. Okay, this is only like a couple of calories or however many it is, I can eat an orange. Or literally I was obsessing over calorie counting. I used it for the very wrong reasons, which obviously did not help, because then I was so focused on what I was putting into my body, because I was like, the smallest orange slice is gonna have an effect on my body weight and what it looks like. Oh my god, I cannot do this. So all these things started to mix in, and I started to go down a route where every day I would get home from school. Luckily with my school we had to wear blazers, so I was like, oh my god, yes, I can cover myself up. This is like great, this is perfect. I'd get home from school, immediately take my blazer off, look in the mirror, stand to the side, look at my stomach and just judge myself. And immediately I would just get so sad, because then I'd be thinking, oh crap, I have to go to my dance class in like an hour or two. Oh my God, I don't want to go. I don't want people to see me like this. Oh my God, what if they're gonna judge me? Oh my God, they're so thin, I'm gonna be standing next to them looking awful, ugly, horrible. And I was like, all these like negative thoughts about myself. And I'd get myself into a mindset where before my dance class, I would never want to go. I don't want to stand next to these people because it would just make me feel even worse. Like, I knew that even going to my dance class, by just being there and seeing the others, I'd make myself feel even more worse. So I was like, okay, I don't want to go. And like, it was honestly taking everything in me to not cancel like every dance class and be like, oh yeah, I didn't really feel well. And sometimes I did do it, I think. I was like, I called in sick to my dance classes because I was like, I knew if I went there, I'd just feel even worse. So it was making me lose interest in my hobbies. Like, I love dance. I've been dancing since I was 4, and I wouldn't want to go because I was like, I'm ashamed for people to see my body. So when I would go, I'd cover up by wearing like the baggiest t-shirts, the baggiest things. And in the dance class, when I was getting like all hot and sweaty, where everyone else was starting to take off like the outerwear tops, if that makes sense, I would keep it on. I'd be sweating, I'd be looking awful, I'd be red, but I was like, there was no way in hell I am taking this like extra top off. And like, I was like, there's no way, I will suffer. I just don't want people to see what I look like underneath. So then I started to become really distant from my friendship group at school. Every break time and lunchtime, we'd always sit in a circle. Like, we were the closest friend group. We still are now. Like, we're still literally friends with each other. We used to drag our chairs, so we sat in a circle, facing each other. We would talk loads. Like, we were the best. Like, we were actually the best. But as I started going down this route with the way I was thinking about my body, I'd become distant from these friends. And legit, what I used to do was I would zone out of the conversation and I'd just put my headphones in and I'd just listen to music. Can you imagine like a group of girls having fun, talking, laughing, sitting in a circle, throwing food at each other, and then there was me, this one girl who just more and more each day just started to zone out of the conversations and would just like sit there quietly and put my headphones in. And my friends didn't realise it at the time because honestly I didn't even realise it myself what I was going through. Yeah, I knew I was like saying all these negative things about myself and like getting myself really sad and down, but I didn't realise what I was going through at the time. Looking back on it now, I do believe it was body dysmorphic disorder. I was never diagnosed because I never went to the doctors because I didn't know about it. I didn't do anything. I didn't talk to anyone about it. But I honestly believe it was body dysmorphic disorder, which I'll put a link in the bio for a website describing exactly what it is, and I'll also put some helpline numbers and like contacts if anyone else is struggling with it, because it is not a nice thing. But you are not alone, you are loved, and I hope this video helps you if you keep watching. I didn't realise it was body dysmorphic disorder until a couple of years later when I was out of my depression, if you would say. I actually found my pain account a couple of years later and somehow I was able to log back in again. My mental health was strong at this point, like I was fine, I was out of it, I was like, yes, I love my body at this point. But I read through all of my old tweets. Oh my God, I sat there and I just cried. I burst into tears. My heart broke for myself because I was thinking, I felt this way at one point. I literally felt this sad at one point. Like, the tweets were horrible. Like, I'm getting emotional now just thinking about it because I was like, I felt this way at some point. Like, it was so sad to read it. It was so sad. I still remember I was sat there in shock. My mouth was open. I was like, how could I ever write this stuff? It was sad. And of course, I deleted it straight away. Deleted all the tweets, deleted the account. I was like, that is no longer existing in my world. That is no longer existing in the universe. That is out. That is gone. That is away. So that was a very sped up version of when I was going through it. Obviously I'm not going to talk about how sad I was, and I'm not going to say like the thoughts I was having and stuff like this. Like, you may be watching this and be thinking, oh my God, like she didn't sound like she was like depressed at all. She didn't sound like she was like really that sad. Each to their own, everyone's different, remember. I know what I went through, but the purpose of this video is to show you guys how I got out of it. That's the most important part, which I'm going to move on to right now. So, on to the better half of the video, the more uplifting part. We are going to talk about a topic that I love dearly, if you may know me from my social media: manifestation. Law of attraction. Honestly, you may be thinking, how the hell did that help her get out of what she was in? Let me tell you, hun. Let me tell you now. The law of attraction and manifestation literally has changed my life. That's no exaggeration. It changed my life. It got me out of the place I was in, and it's why I'm so happy. I radiate positivity. I am so optimistic. I am so like driven. It's literally accounted for all of that. It's accounted for who I am today and my mindset. You're more than welcome to click off this right now if you don't believe it or you don't agree with it. No negativity is welcomed here. If you simply don't like it, just move on with your life. But if you are interested in what I have to say and how manifestation and the law of attraction helped me with my mindset, then please keep listening, and I really hope this finds you well. Okay, so I don't know exactly when. I think my mind has kind of like blocked it out a bit. It's kind of like, it's just a big blur to me. Like I don't remember specifics of like timelines and stuff. But I knew one point at one day it clicked in myself. I basically said to myself, and I realized before it was too late, I was like, I can feel myself spiraling into like a deeper depression with this. It was on the brink of actually getting like really serious at this point, and I don't know how and I don't know why or I don't know when, but I knew that. And in my head, it just clicked. I was like, I need to stop this. I need to do something that will prevent me from going to a more serious and a darker place. I knew I needed to get out of my own head, because up until that point, I didn't know I needed to talk to anyone about it. I was just so in my head. I had this majorly misconceived image of me, because one thing about body dysmorphic disorder is you see yourself differently from how you actually look. Every mental health issue is nothing to be ashamed of, and I welcome you to talk to someone if you feel like you need to get some help. Don't be ashamed. We are with you. You are loved and you are supported and you are worth it. But yeah, at some point it just clicked. Everything that I was doing just added up together, and I was like, there's all these things that like are just making it worse. Like there's all these things that are just adding to it, like the calorie counting. So what did I do? I deleted my calorie counting app. That's obviously not manifestation or law of attraction, but that's just the first step in me realizing that I needed to get out of this place. And for me, it was never really a physical thing. Like I said I was going to dance classes like numerous times a week. I was working out, I was eating super healthy, like I was hardly eating any junk food. So it wasn't a physical thing, because like what I was doing for my body should have been good enough to get me out of this place. Because like I said, I was working out, I was going to the gym, I was doing dance classes, I was eating super healthy. So I was doing everything I can really, aside from the calorie counting, I was doing everything I can really to help improve my physique and my body. But I think for me, because my mindset was so determined and so focused on the idea of you're fat, you're ugly, like you're awful, like you're there, all this negative stuff, I was so focused on that the universe and like my situation and my body and my surroundings, it wasn't allowing my body to change with all the workouts and exercise I was doing, because my mindset was so strongly focused on this awful thing that the universe and my body and my physicality was like, okay, you're gonna stay this way if you're thinking that strongly that you are this way. So that's when I kind of knew it was kind of majorly just a mental thing for me. I think I owe a lot of it to my mum actually. She's a very spiritual person. I think she was always being into like law of attraction and manifestation and spirituality. And obviously I'm in the same household as her, so she obviously talks about it a lot. And I think that kind of like inspired me to kind of learn a bit more about it. What I decided to do in my thoughts was, instead of focusing so much on thoughts of you are this ugly, awful, fat thing, blah, 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 I forced myself to no longer give any negative comments about myself. Instead, I forced myself to only give myself positive compliments and find things to love about myself, even if I didn't believe it at the time. Because especially when I first started, there was no way in hell I was believing these positive things I was saying about my body. And these things were things like, thank you for my body allowing food to enter my body and give me the nutrients I need. Thank you for my legs to continue helping me to dance properly without any issues. Instead of finding and spending time thinking of things to nitpick about myself that I didn't like, I was spending time only on finding things to be positive about, to be thankful and grateful for. At first, I didn't believe it. I was like, how can I thank this body for this? Like, look at it. But eventually, and I can't remember how long, must have been a few months, I just kept doing this. I was like, I'm not allowing myself to think negatively about myself. Every time I was looking in the mirror and I could feel myself about to say a negative thing, I would stop that and immediately replace it and find something that I was positive and grateful for. Like I said, that could be, thank you for the stomach that will in future allow me to have a baby. Hopefully. I don't know, I've not tried yet. That kind of stuff. And obviously I get even more nitpicky and like find more of like the smaller things to be grateful for. But honestly, that is the only thing I remember doing intensely when I was getting out of this period I was in. I was just constantly forcing myself to think positively about myself and find things to be grateful for, as opposed to thinking negatively. And honestly, I found that the more focus and the more energy and time I put into thinking positively about myself and finding things, even if I didn't believe it at that moment, I would find things to force myself to be grateful for. I was spending so much time on that I eventually forgot to think negatively about myself. I forgot to compare myself to others, because something clicked in my head where I was like, every time I felt myself about to give the slightest bit of negativity, I'd immediately go, nope, you are thinking positive things. Find something to be positive for right now. And the more I focused on that, what happened? I genuinely started to believe it. And when I was saying these compliments then, from then on, I was like, oh, I do believe this. I am thankful for this part. I actually like this part about myself. So the way the law of attraction worked for me in this situation like this is as follows, and I'm going to read it out in my notes because I want to get it word for word. When I was constantly scrutinizing my body, the constant thoughts that I was putting into the universe with so much intensity behind it was, I don't like my body and I wish I could change this about my body. So what did the universe reply back with? Oh, that's what you want? Okay, sure, I'll keep giving you more things for you to dislike about your body, and I'll keep giving you more things for you to wish that you could change about yourself. Whatever you want, no matter how positive or negative, the universe will manifest exactly that. For example, if you're constantly thinking, oh, I want to move house, or I'm not happy with where I live, what's gonna happen? The universe is just gonna keep giving you situations of you wanting to move house. It's not gonna go out of its way and be like, actually, I found this really nice house for you, I'm gonna actually give that to you. No, like I said, if you don't know how manifestation works, please go on a different video that explains simply how it works, and then come back to this one, because this is not me explaining it, this is just me saying how it works in this type of situation for me. So when I forced myself to only think positive thoughts about myself, and the more I did it with the more intensity, and as I started to believe it more as it went on, because belief is a majorly important thing in manifestation, what happened? The universe gave me more experiences and more situations for me to be thankful for about my body. And that is how I learned to love my body, as I was no longer worrying and nitpicking and just finding things to be hateful for, because I only ever thought of things I loved about myself. And obviously love is the highest form, highest frequency ever, and that's why my mindset is so strong right now, because I was only forcing myself to love basically myself, and that's not in an egotistical way. That is a good way for the soul and the spirit to enhance. If you don't get spirituality, you probably won't understand what I just said, and you'll probably be like, what's she on about? Bodies are normal, bodies are natural, bodies are beautiful, and you are beautiful. Remember that, period. If you've tried other methods that aren't helping you with your own body image journey, try this. Trust me, try the law of attraction. Try finding things to be grateful about your body. And trust me, it'll be hard at first. You won't believe it probably, because I didn't, but keep doing it. Every time you feel yourself about to say a negative comment about yourself, click it in your brain, say, wait, no, stop. I'm not gonna go there. Let me change my mindset. I am grateful for this, you know? Even if you don't believe it at first, just force yourself to do it and keep at it. And trust me, over time, you will start to believe it. You will get to where you want to be with your body, because I did, and now I love body positivity and body image and body journey, and that's why I am now just so comfortable with who I am and like how my body is, because it keeps me alive. It is precious to me. My body is precious. I love it. And my body is the perfect body for me, just like your body is the perfect body for you, and only you. Remember, it's no one else's body. Your body is your temple. It's been given to you for a reason. It's not meant to be the same as everyone else. It's not meant to be with a perfect body image. What even is the perfect body image anymore? I don't know. I don't think anyone knows. The world is changing. There is no such thing as the perfect body image. So just be grateful for what you have, because you won't get another chance at another body unless it's some like weird glitch in the matrix. But so that is going to close off today's video. I don't know how long it's going to be, because I've been talking for like 45 minutes and my battery's on like the lowest bar. But I've said all that I needed to say, and if anybody wants to reach out to me, please feel free to do so. But if not, I will put some helplines and some useful contact info in the bio to help you maybe. Yeah. So I really hope you liked this video, and I really hope it helped. I know it was a lot of information thrown but it's the hugest part of who I am. It's really helped me learn and grow and turn into this person I am today. And all I ever hope to promote is positivity, motivation. I want to encourage people and inspire people. I believe I can do that with my mindset because it is so very optimistic and positive and strong and healthy now, and that's all thanks to my whole body positivity and body image journey, hence why this video. So please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Comment down below if there's anything you liked about the video, if there's anything you liked what I said, and please feel free to reach out to me. Reach out to me on whatever platform you feel is best for you, and I love you guys, and I hope you have the best day ever, and the best week ever, and the best month, and the best year, and just I wish you all the best. So goodbye, world.